Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. The ongoing Middle East war, particularly the conflict in Iran and the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, is significantly impacting Canadian mortgage rates, according to a CBC report. Marshall Tully, a Toronto mortgage broker, noted a 0.5% increase in 3- and 5-year fixed mortgages in just 3 weeks. This trend is concerning for the 1.4 million Canadian homeowners facing mortgage renewals this year, many of whom previously secured lower rates in 2021. Experts attribute the rise to the volatility of bond yields, which are sensitive to global events like wars, and an uncertainty premium built into lending rates. Moshe Lander of Concordia University and Benjamin Tall of CIBC World Markets suggest that sustained conflict and a non-committal stance from U.S. President Donald Trump on its duration could lead to further Bank of Canada interest rate hikes. As inflation from rising energy prices spreads through the economy, homeowners are advised to contact their banks or financial planners to explore options like rate holds or amortization extensions to mitigate rising costs. Despite these challenges, CMHC views Canadian homeowners as remarkably resilient. NHK reports that the U.S. President Donald Trump's administration is proposing a significant increase in defense spending for fiscal year 2027, which begins in October. The Office of Management and Budget released an outline on Friday, indicating a request for $1.5 trillion in total defense funding. This proposed budget represents an increase of over 40% from the current fiscal year and would constitute the largest defense budget in U.S. history. The administration justifies this substantial increase as essential to promote the president's peace through strength doctrine and to ensure the United States maintains the world's most powerful and capable military. Specific funding requests include a next-generation missile defense system called the Golden Dome and initial allocation for the Trump-class battleship, which would be the first U.S. battleship built since World War II. Conversely, the proposal suggests a 10% reduction in non-defense spending. These requests will now go to Congress, where lawmakers are expected to review and make adjustments. Lion Hizoba reports that Iranian media outlets announced a U.S.-Israeli airstrike on a petrochemical center in southwestern Iran, causing damage to several companies in the region. Fars news agency, citing Khuzestan province's deputy governor, confirmed an explosion in the Mashhar Special Petrochemical Zone. Tasnim news agency also reported the damage, but stated the extent was unclear. The Israeli military stated on Saturday that its forces had conducted airstrikes the previous day on key infrastructure in Iran's capital, Tehran. Targets included an Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps air defense missile storage facility, a military base protecting weapons research and development facilities, a ballistic missile storage point, and other weapon production and R&D sites. Concurrently, Israeli media reported that multiple locations across Israel were struck by Iranian missile attacks in the early hours of April 4th, resulting in damage to buildings and power lines. Xinhua, citing the Times of Israel, detailed partial building collapse in the central Ramat Gan area, damage to a high-voltage transmission line in Rosh Hain leading to power outages, and a large fire in an industrial zone near Beersheba in southern Israel after a missile strike. These incidents indicate a significant escalation of regional tensions. According to Linha Zoobao, a spokesperson for Iran's armed forces Qatam al-Anbiya Central Headquarters has issued a stern warning. If the United States continues to threaten to destroy Iran's bridges, power plants, and energy infrastructure, Iran will retaliate more powerfully and decisively. The spokesperson stated that such retaliation would include striking all U.S. and Israeli assets in the Middle East, as well as launching extensive and more forceful attacks on regional fuel, energy infrastructure, and power plants. The statement also urged countries in the Middle East that host U.S. military bases to ensure American forces withdraw from their territories to avoid potential losses. Separately, Reuters reported that a foreign oil company's storage facility in Basra, Iraq, caught fire early Saturday morning following a suspected drone attack, highlighting ongoing regional tensions. According to Asahi Shimbun, India is growing increasingly anxious over Pakistan's burgeoning role as a mediator between the United States and Iran amidst escalating Middle East tensions. This concern follows Pakistan's initiative to broker talks between the Trump administration and Iran after a U.S.-Israel attack. India's principal opposition party, the Indian National Congress, publicly ridiculed Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar, attributing a statement to him where he allegedly declared, "We are not a mediator country like Pakistan." This sarcastic remark highlights India's perceived loss of diplomatic standing and a setback in its regional influence. The article further implies that Pakistan's recent prominence as a mediator has challenged India's historical, non-aligned foreign policy stance, which dates back to the 1950s. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.